Hi guys, welcome to the Raid and Trade YouTube channel. We're here with Niko Schlierkamp, who just won the German Open, went undefeated 9 rounds, and he's bringing to you his Evil Twin Spright Runick deck profile.
Yeah, so the deck performed pretty well. I did win more die rolls than usual. I think I won 5 or 6. But yeah, I bricked a lot in the first rounds, but it got better the longer the tournament lasted. So yeah.
Okay.
Pretty happy with the deck.
Yep, let's get right into it.
So for the Live Twins, those maxed out because you always want to see one, so you play a total of 8 live Twins, because that gives you the best chance to open exactly one. This is like, you have to play this because you get the extra draw and stuff, and you can search it with this. This doesn't come up too often, but still needed. This is just another name, but it's like strictly worse than those because it loses to a Rice Heart, Ash Blossom. It's not good against Lockbird. So you often, like, going second, you always side those two out, minimum, sometimes even one of those names, depending on the matchup. But you have to play 8 for the maximum chance to see one. Because you're like your lines where you don't open one usually lose to nip because you have to go for sprint and gigantic afterwards. So it's not too good into nip. Then for the sprites, 3 blue because it's the best one. 1 jet is enough because we only play 1 starter. Yeah, because starter is not good after turn 1 in this deck because you want to mainly summon Link Force. So starter is not actual follow-up, so it's like kind of fake to play more than 1 starter. So you don't want multiple jets because going second it's also not that great because it locks you kind of early, while blue doesn't. So you cannot go into Link Force afterwards if you have to lock yourself. Then red carrot, you need those. This against evenly, this against going second mainly. Then for the Runicks, 2 fountain. 3 of each good one. Pretty standard. Slumber is still very good, even though it's the worst out of those. 1 dispelling because after London I cut down on I changed the non-engine, so I had 1 more slot, and I decided to play 1 more Runick for consistency going first and to just improve draws in general. I think it's kind of whatever, but I think like this is definitely the best Runick in the spot, and I think 16 Runicks are fine. And then for the non-engine, it's gammas and evenlies. In the first rounds on open, them going first a lot, but they're just the best cards going second. Like both of them are just insane. Gamma even after turn 1 won me so many games by just like clearing your own field. And once I summoned like Link 4 into his red, tributed Link 4, he didn't get it with red, and I had Gamma life again. And I don't know. Just very good non-engine at the moment. 40 cards, shouldn't be more. Then side deck. Decided to play 3 Ash. It's like, it's good against Despia obviously, but it's not the main reason. It's just, you can side this in against anything going first. So this is your, because we have 7 cards we have to side out going first. So this is your going first package, kind of. Shoutouts to Ben and Carl for this.
The Raid and Trade special.
Yeah. So this just improves your consistency going first, and Smash is also very good in some matchups, so you should play it probably. 1 called by because it's just good going first, good against Despia Mastermind going second. You can side this in against everything going first, and it's very good against some decks going second. Like it's good against Mathmake, still good against Despia, good against Labyrinth. I even sided it for the Mirror. I think Ash should be in the deck, but not in the main deck because it's not good against Kash. That's the only matchup where you don't want to see it going second because you don't want to give your opponent a free unicorn rip out of the extra deck, because that might hurt. Then for the other non-engine 3 Bell, this is also for Runick decks, mainly Naturia, but it's still very good against Mathmake and good enough against Despia, because I don't really like Biscuits in this deck, because if you have to Magna Mood on end phase or something, you kind of block off your own Evil Twins because you cannot use them. So, and you cannot pressure your opponent with the Biscuits because you don't have a battle phase after Runicks. So I think Biscuits don't do a lot in this deck, in this kind of deck, and I think this is just better because Naturia is probably one of your worst matchups, and this also helps a lot against Naturia on Blessing and stuff. Then 3 Lockbird. This is just against Blight and Cash basically. It's good against Dark World and Drytron and stuff, but it's therefore it prevents lock 5 from Cash, and that's the thing you mostly worry about. It's also very hard to lock 3 through Dole. And it's good against Blight because it's hard for them to set up double cross Plaza Bleed through this, and this is your main lose con because otherwise you can break the Sprite Buff pretty easily. This was very bad every time I saw it, but I mostly drew it as a 6 card, so I never really opened it. but I think this is pretty good because it covers both matchups. Then one Chaos Hunter for the Mannequin Cat. Still, you could play multiples for it because it's good against Kash, but it's kind of weird because people play Talons and Book of Moon, so still worth playing for Shifter against Flunder and Kashtira. And then good card, especially in the finals. I did this twice, my opponent did this once and lost. Very good card. Only had to do it in finals though, so at least something. Then for extra deck, 2 Hugin, 1 Gary. I was playing Moonin for London, but I didn't really make Moonin because I actually didn't go to time a lot in testing, and I think before playing Moonin I would play a third Hugin. I missed that sometimes, but I think the other cards in the extra decks are just more important because I played the Mannequin Cat instead. And this was amazing. I did this a lot to game 1 also, like to just access your, like against Spright decks and stuff, you can just access your Evil Twins without sprint and stuff, going second. It's just really good. Also against Kash, I summoned back Ash, targeted as a Rise Hard, went through Sprites after I ripped my Gigantic with Diablosis. And then he died to the Ash on board basically, so this is very good in the main deck. I would recommend playing this in the extra deck and not the side deck. 1 Gigantic, 1 is enough. Then 2 of each, you have to play 2. 2 is enough of each, like no changes there. IP Griffin for the end board. You've probably seen it from Joshua Schmidt. He played the same deck for London, so we just end on like if this is in the right EMZ, we end on those here and the carrot here if it works perfectly. And then you use IP and go into Griffin here in the middle zone. It's very good against Kash. Kash cannot really play through it. So yeah.
How often did you Griffin lock today?
For Griffin or
like overall, how many games did you pull off the optimal end board?
Maybe 2 or 3 times. I think 3 times, and I got Dark Ruler twice.
Okay, so that's not a lot.
No, 4 times actually. I did it Kash once more. So I did it 4 times and got Dark Ruler half the time. So
okay, so
it's not that important, but it's still by far the best end board, I think. Then the 1 Muckracker for follow-up, so you don't need to see Live Twins to play again. It's also good to end on if you cannot go for the full board, because you end on Muckracker and 1 Link, and you can protect the Link from battle, so you can't be baited that easily. 1 Sprint to access your Live Twins if you don't open them. And you have to play it. It doesn't come up too often, but if you don't have a Live Twin, you lose if you don't play this, so you have to play it sadly. And then for the Link Force, 1 of each. This is just 4 turn 3. I don't know how people are not playing though. I saw a lot of people not playing those. I don't know. This is very good on turn 3 because you use this, summon back both links. Like you make, for example, you make like red, reborn blue, pop 1 card, link of for this, tribute, summon back both, draw 1 with key skill, then you use the grave effect, send this to graveyard, send a card of your opponent, then this reborns this again. And then you can go in Abomination and just pop another card in end phase, and this just keeps on popping. And this is very good in Runick Mirrors if you summon this off IP, because it's really hard to out. Yeah.
How were your matchups? How many Runick Mirrors?
I had 2 Runick, like 2 exact mirrors. They played about Josh's list, I think. And no more Runicks then. And I only had 1 Kash, 1 Spright, 1 Earth Machine, 1 Mathmech. I don't know. Like, I can't remember all the matchups, but it wasn't too much Kash and Runicks.
Was there anything you felt underprepared for with the deck? Anything you would change?
Earth Machines. No, I think the deck is good. I would not change a single card, I think. I would just keep it that way.
Sounds good. Okay, any shoutouts?
Yeah, shoutouts to the other guys from the team. Especially Brewmaster 21. Yeah. Shoutouts to Valdemar from Raid and Trade. Was a great event. Ran very smoothly. Yeah.
Alright. See you guys next time on the Raid and Trade YouTube channel. The next deck for fall, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Bye.